Hello, welcome to the best football show. I am Brian Baldinger. Glad you could join me here. I'm here just about daily. It is Wednesday, February 26th. Sounds about right. Tomorrow I'm headed to the Combine in Indianapolis. First thing in the morning, I'll be there for the afternoon workouts. Be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Looking forward to it. But we've got news. We've got a lot of news. It's going to be coming in daily. We want to talk about it. All right, so by the way, you can find me at Baldy NFL on all the social media platforms. Broke down Will Campbell from LSU yesterday. I'll be breaking down Kelvin Banks here today. 2 offensive tackles, 2 left tackles. We'll see if they're tackles. We'll talk about it some of the show. Whether it's Instagram, X, YouTube, I'm all over the place. TikTok, I've got videos out there all over the place. And then you can download this Best Football Show on your Odyssey app, free. Like it, subscribe to it, wherever you get your apps from. Download them, like it, subscribe. Let's get this thing rolling. It's the off season. It's an important season. 31 teams chasing the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get through the news. Let's get to the business of the day because we got tight end news. No question about it. Rob Gronkowski came out yesterday and said he wants back in. So when I heard the news, I said, okay, he's been out for 3 years. Let's go back and watch what Rob Gronkowski looked like the last time we saw him in a football uniform. So I went back, 2021 playoff loss to the Rams. If you remember that game, Rams jump out to an early lead. The Bucs come storming back, make it a game. Rams win it at the end. They would go on and lose to the 49ers in the championship game. All right, so in that game, Gronkowski was awesome. Quite honestly. You look at him, you go, why did he retire? Like maybe his body felt bad or maybe he was slow in recovery from some things, but he had a couple big catch and runs, one for 43 yards, one for 29 yards. Big Lenny's first opening touchdown of the game, right behind Gronk, blocking down blocking, taking out Eric Weddle and a linebacker all at the same time. Big Lenny runs right behind him. You watch him pass blocking. There he is, pass blocking Aaron Donald out wide. More than a chip block. I mean, blocking him for 2 seconds before the tackle takes over. Blocking him on the right side. It was Von Miller on the right side. Leonard Floyd, pass blocking these guys. And you go, man, there was never been a player like Gronk, quite honestly. That big, that aggressive, that good of a blocker, and he wants back in. So I asked the question, who wouldn't want Gronk? What team wouldn't want Gronk? Whatever he can give you, if it's 50 plays a game, and you just got to rest him a little bit just to make sure his body – I think he's 3 years resting. He's going to come back and play at a high level. He's just that type of a – now, I saw him at the Super Bowl last year. He lost a lot of weight, but I don't think it's weight that he can't put back on. And maybe losing weight is going to be a good thing. Maybe instead of being 265, he's 255 or whatever he was at the end. I don't know. But what if he's 10 pounds lighter? Just because, he's been a kind of a normal citizen, Fox commentator, doing Gronk commercials, whatever he's been doing. He wants back in. Pair Gronk up with whatever tight end you want. Pick. You want Gronk in Philadelphia with Dallas Goedert. You want Gronk with Zach Ertz and that group in Washington. You want Gronk in Houston with C.J. Stroud and that group. Pick a team. You want him back in Tampa with what they've got? You want him in Detroit, with Laporta? Pick a team right now. You want him in San Francisco with Kittle? Are you kidding me? You think about wide combinations, 2 tight ends. You ain't putting Gronk out there? You ain't going to go work, bring him in, make a phone call, talk to the agent. Hey, come in for a workout? Come for the offseason? Let's get him signed? I think there's going to be a bidding war for Rob Gronkowski. I don't care if he's been out for 3 years. I watched his last game. That guy was on top of his game against the Rams. All right. More tight end news. Looks like Brett Veach wants Travis Kelce back. It looks like his brother, Jason Kelce, wants Travis back. It looks like Travis might want to come back. Got a year left in his contract. Let's come back. Let's go get it. I think Travis Kelce might be back, and I don't think it's a bad thing. He had 97 catches. I know the touchdowns were down. Maybe the yards after catch were down. But 97 catches in what was considered an off year. The offense struggled for periods of time. They lost Rashee Rice. Took a while for Xavier Worthy to get rolling. He's just a rookie. They lost Hollywood Brown. They hadn't have a left tackle. There was issues with that offense. It showed up, obviously, in the Super Bowl. Heck, they have the nice first 9 possessions. They didn't cross the Eagles' 50-yard line. Never been done for in the history of Super Bowls. 58 Super Bowls that had never been done before. But I think you get Rice, Hollywood Brown, Worthy, a left tackle. This offense can get back on track. Maybe a stud running back. This offense might have a chance to get back on track. And I think Travis would be a big part of it. Noah Gray, big part of what they do, no question. So anyways, big tight end news. All right, let's go to some other news, because it now looks like Matt Stafford has a chance to part ways with the Rams. He's had a great run with the Rams, no question about it. Super Bowl champ, playoff runs, you name it. Got the Rams back on the map. It turned out to be a great deal. Stafford to the Rams, Goff to Detroit. Worked out for both teams. But what has happened, and we saw this with Lamar Jackson 2 years ago, I believe, where Baltimore said they couldn't get a deal done. He wasn't coming to the offseason. Go ask any other, go negotiate with other teams. Let us know how it goes. I said at the time with Lamar Jackson, if the Falcons don't go sign Lamar Jackson, they're crazy. I know they had Matt Ryan, whatever. I mean, it would have been a perfect fit for that offense, what they wanted to do. They didn't make an offer. Baltimore did. Another MVP, another playoff performance, etc. So Matt Stafford now, I mean, look, this thing is basically about money. There are, I think I said it yesterday, I think there's either 9 or 10 quarterbacks in this league right now making north of $50 million. We know most of their names: Josh Allen, Lamar, Jalen Hurts. I mean, we know, Joe Burrow. We can go through the guys that are making north of $50 million. We kind of know who they are. Stafford is in that category, but he'd like to be. He wanted to be there last year. So what team out there is willing to put that kind of money behind Matt Stafford? Is it the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is it the New York Giants? Is it the New York Jets? What team is it? Is it the Las Vegas Raiders? What team out there right now in quarterback purgatory would say, we'll take Matt Stafford? Because I went back and watched Matt Stafford in his last game, in that snow game in Philadelphia. And I'm going to tell you, he made 3 throws in the final minute to get down to, the 12-yard line before Jalen Carter ruined it. I mean, he made 3 throws that, the throw to Nakua over Darius Slay for 37 yards that literally took every single Eagle fan in Lincoln Financial Field and had their heart in the chest. I mean, he had him on the brink of winning that playoff game and going to a championship game. He had him on the brink of beating the Rams at 21. He brought the Rams down the field against the Bengals in 21 to go win the Super Bowl. You can, fans out there, he doesn't have any MVPs. He's not a first team, first ballot, all this stuff. All I know is the guy's a good playoff quarterback. And the guy can flat out sling it. I mean, you look at him setting a record with Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown winner. You look at the year that Nakua had. You look at what he has when he gets protection and what he can do. I think there's going to be a lot of interest for Matt Stafford. I don't know why there wouldn't be. And I don't know what the Rams are going to do if they lose Matt Stafford. Because I think in this day and age, when you have to have a quarterback to compete, and his arm is still elite from every angle, his ability to read defenses, go through progressions, put the ball in the spot, the timing that he gets, the timing he had with Cooper Kupp in the Triple Crown year, the timing he had with Nakua last year when healthy this year, when he lost Nakua and Kupp, and he was thrown to Darius Robinson, Tutu Atwell, thrown to other guys. I mean, the guy is elite, I think. So I think there's going to be a demand, and I think the Rams had to be prepared by doing this to lose him. Now, maybe there isn't a market for Matt Stafford. I just believe that there's going to be. Just because, in large part, I don't think this is a great quarterback class. If it was the quarterback class of a year ago when we saw bona fide players in Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and who knows what Michael Penix Jr. is going to be, but he looked pretty good in his final 4 starts. And, we'll see what J.J. McCarthy can do. I think there's going to be interest. Is there as much interest in Aaron Rodgers or Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins? But that market of carousels of quarterbacks that are spinning, there's a market for Matt Stafford. Okay, let's get to other news. I just saw Jim Nagy, who's been running the Senior Bowl director, been doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job to Senior Bowl. They've moved it to University of South Alabama. It's a huge 3-day event. I mean, it's accommodating huge crowds and fans and scouts and general managers and head coaches. He's done a phenomenal job. Congratulations, Jim Nagy. He's just taken the general manager job at the University of Oklahoma. And it's really a new position being created. We saw Andrew Luck going to Stanford. Mike Lombardi, my good friend who I've known forever and, general manager of, the Raiders and worked with them at NFL Network for a long time. Lombardi's right-hand guy with the Patriots for a long time. Now going with Mike to North Carolina to be the general manager. And what that involves, I don't exactly know, but we know that there's NIL money. There's all kinds of money being put in these programs. Who do you pay? How do you pay them? Who deals with the agents? Guys like Mike Lombardi, who've been a general manager, know about dealing with agents. These agents are unscrupulous. I'm not putting them all in that category, but they're basically telling these kids, look, I can get you this amount of money here. I can get you this amount of money there. They're negotiating with these players to go leave certain places and go get fixed up with big contracts. Well, you need somebody to filter that and keep that stuff away from the head coach. So, you look at, in Oklahoma, what they have, you have Mike Lombardi running that buffer, okay, between between Bill Belichick, who just wants to recruit and coach, all right, and win. And then you get this layer now, this general manager layer, where you need it. I mean, all these programs, big-time programs with all this money out there, it could be part dealing with agents, paying players, how you pay players, who's in the portal, like all these factors now where, look, everybody's been talking about this for the last 3 years. It's, the wild, wild west. Well, let's get a guy that can navigate through these murky waters when there isn't a lot of rules in place about what can and cannot be done, how much money gets promised, actually gets delivered. These positions are now becoming available. And so now they're looking for people that are, familiar with these players, familiar with the agent side of the business, familiar with the money part of it. Jim Nagy has been dealing with agents at the Senior Bowl, pulling players out. No, he's not going. We're just going to go to work out, then we're leaving. Like, it's been a mess, and it's been hard. But he's got experience with a lot of these guys that are calling the shots. Some of them are bigger agents than others. I know some of the guys. And some of the guys, I think, are quite competent and have the best interest of the players. But anyways, this GM job in college is a new layer that's being created that will continue to be created. And everybody is going to try to find that guy. So congratulations to Jim Nagy. We're going to miss him at the Senior Bowl for sure. I don't know who's waiting in his wings. I'm sure he's got a couple of lieutenants that he will propose to do it. But Jim's moved on to, Norman, Oklahoma. And anybody who's been up there to watch football, going back to Barry Switzer days, Bud Wilkinson, whatever. I mean, it's a football haven. And they'll always be in the game. All right. That's been the best football show. I'm leaving to go to Indianapolis tomorrow. Probably won't join you tomorrow, but certainly going to find time Friday as I start watching some of these workouts, we start getting some news, coming out. My buddies at the NFL Network, the insiders, Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafalo, all these friends of mine that are out there, Tom Pelissaro, we'll have news that will be coming forth as some of these GMs, coaches start talking and start having these press conferences. News is going to come out. Like I said, this is the winter league meetings of baseball. This is where the groundwork starts to get worked for trades, whether it's Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, some of these things, the groundwork, even moving up and down in the draft, teams that are at the back of the draft that might want to work up and move up. Ty Warren's going to be a big name, Penn State tight end. A lot of teams are going to be interested in Abdul Carter. A lot of these guys, because I don't think this is a deep draft of stars. I think we've got 12 to 15 bona fide first-round picks. And then when you're picking in the 20s, 30s, there's going to be a big stretch of guys that look like, second-round picks to me. That's just my feel, that it's not laden in star power. But when you get that, you generally get a lot of movement for the stars if you want to go get one of those players, elite players. Anyways, that's been the best football show. Look forward to talking to them. I'm guessing Friday will be the next day that we meet. And then once the fallout of the combine happens, look forward to joining you next week. I'll be at NFL Films, Mount Laurel, New Jersey, right in my film room there, just breaking these college kids down and any news that breaks. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to talking to you real soon, everybody.